Hello everyone, thanks for joining us today. We are live with University of Derby. Over to you, Sim.
Hello and good afternoon to everyone. Thank you very much, Deepika. Um, my name is Sim, and I represent the University of Derby. And I will be joined. I'm joined here with Anjali, who will try and answer your questions afterwards. I will be doing the presentation. To talk about the University of Derby, briefly about us, we are a university in the UK, obviously in England. We have a tradition of very good teaching and excellent research, and we are a fairly large university. The presentation itself today will last about 15, 20 minutes maximum, after which we'll switch over and try and answer the questions you have for us. Um, the presentation will be mainly surrounding business courses. However, just FYI, in essence, we have a variety of courses available at the university, from obviously the business ones to psychology, forensic investigation, and so on. But as I said, it will be mainly a business school focused presentation. So if you're wondering where the University of Derby is, we are right in the heart of England. We are in literally in the center of the UK. We are a very well connected city. We're about 1 hour and a half away from London. Similar distance to Manchester, about 1 hour and 45 if you take the train. And the closest largest city would be Nottingham, as you can see on the map, and Birmingham. We are well connected by air as well. My apologies. We have our own airport next to Derby, alongside the closer ones, Manchester and Birmingham. With regards to the location, we are also very close to one of the most famous tourist spots in the UK, the Peak District, which is excellent if you like nature, going out for hikes and stuff. It's only about half an hour drive away by car. But to talk about the city of Derby, so you have a good understanding. Derby is a fairly large city by UK standards. It won't be the size of Mumbai or Delhi, obviously, but it is in the metro area, which is about 1.5 million residents. It's a very old city and it has a huge tradition in manufacturing. Derby, in essence, is located in the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution, and due to that, you can see the amount of companies that operate from Derby. We have Rolls-Royce operating in Derby, the current aircraft engine manufacturer. We have Toyota, we have Bombardier, the train manufacturer. So it's a very industrial and research focused on engineering city. Also, it has a very large student population, being the home of the University of Derby, with a large international student population as well, from a variety of countries, quite a few students from India, from China, from Southeast Asia, such as Malaysia. So we are a very global city in essence. But as I was saying at the beginning of my presentation, I will be briefly speaking to you today about the Derby Business School, which is, in under any circumstances, the most popular choice for students from India to study with us. When I will be talking about the business school itself, I will talk about our undergraduate courses and our postgraduate MBA courses which we have on offer. The business school is a very well regarded school in the UK. As you can see, my apologies, as you can see, it is ranked top 20 in The Guardian. We have a lot of accreditations we work with, and we also very much support our small business community. We engage with students to support their entrepreneurship and engagement with small businesses and the local economy. And also we work on a very international scale, working closely with our European colleagues, to ensure that students at Derby Business School have access to a wide range of networks and opportunities during their studies and um, after their studies. But as I was saying, the university has a lot of accreditations. As you can see, we work with the Chartered Management Institute, ensuring that quite a few undergraduate courses and not Masters of Business Administration is accredited by the Chartered Management Institute, which means in essence that once you graduate, once you graduate from the selected courses, you will be a chartered manager um, in essence. So not only do the courses allow you to gain practical experience during your studies, but it also gives you the accreditation to support that in a real working environment. Our marketing course, for example, is accredited by the Chartered Institute of Marketing, which a diploma which you get once you graduate. So if you're interested in studying, for example, going into marketing, a CIM diploma is extremely valuable and useful in your career. Um, Same with the international business management course, and the same with business management course. All of them offering you the required accreditations and statuses post your course. My apologies. It's a bit cold here, as you can imagine. We try and interlink a lot with real world actions, real world experience. So what we do is you won't study just in a classroom, just in seminars. We will actually try and make sure you get the practical experience necessary to get a foothold in the line of work. Afterwards, we very often work with companies to allow students to go and work in a consultancy project. We offer a range of networking events on campus for students to meet potential employers, to discuss business ideas. We always work on real life case studies, on real data, to see how actions would impact that. We obviously have a Bloomberg Financial Marketing Lab, and as you can see, a market lab, as you can see from the picture, where students are able to train with real-world stock exchange data. And we have a lot of guest lectures from leading industries, like, for example, the Lloyds Bank or from Rolls-Royce, depending on the course or the event itself. So what I'm saying, it's a blend of theory and a lot of practice as well in all our business courses. With regards to the careers and employability, I know this is of a great interest to all of our students in essence, especially as you're coming, you would be coming so far to the UK. We work with a range of companies. We work even with Tata, for example, but obviously with local companies such as Rolls-Royce. There's Boots, which is very close to Derby, which is a leading UK retailer and pharmaceutical company. And these are all companies where our students can look for a career after they graduate from our courses. So your career would not be limited to the UK. We offer an international career in essence. You can always go and work or do your internship in either Europe or the United States and then come back and finish your degree. That's always an option as well. But just, I'm going to leave that there for a second to see where our students have gone on to work. Some of the companies where students have gone on to work after they have graduated one of our courses. This is just a few examples of postgraduate careers to give an idea of real life example of students having a really good career choice afterwards. We also offer what I'm sure will be of very great interest to you is an extended master's. Um, Basically, it's a full-time 18-month program on our postgraduate courses. The postgraduate courses which offer this option, you can see listed at the end of the slide. But in essence, you would start in January with your first semester of study. And in May, once you finish your first semester of study, and in between May and September, we will encourage and support you to get real life work experience, take on a placement or travel. That could also be included as part of your course. Once you finish that, you return in autumn, in September, to start continue your masters up until January, and I also and therefore you will complete your course next July. But this is a really good option if you want to, as part of your course, gain actual real life work experience in the UK. And we have a very good careers team, which will help you throughout to ensure you get the right placement for you and you have the right options. As I was mentioning, there are plenty of international opportunities as well, in order to gain the experience, or even the ability to study a year or a semester. This is mainly for undergraduate, but a year or semester. One of our partner institutes. I mean, if you miss the warm weather, you can always go to either Athens or Barcelona. And we also organize a large number of study trips throughout your course, allowing you to visit organizations and companies in other countries to understand the difference with the work mentality in each country, because it does differ, as you can imagine. Moving on from this, just to give you an idea, I mentioned at the beginning. I will start with showing you a brief overview of our undergraduate programs. Then I'll go to postgraduate, then I'll close. So you have an option of, also you have the option of asking questions of myself and Angeli. One of our more popular undergraduate ones is the business management course, which you can take with a number of streams. Basically, if you want to study business management with finance or marketing or enterprise itself, you can see the list there. And the good news is, if you want to study an undergraduate in business management, all our pathways are accredited by the Chartered Management Institute, which means that you get the degree and you also get the professional qualification on top of your degree. Also, of course, if you want to do the business management in marketing, you can get the marketing accreditation. As I said, these are very valuable for once you graduate, and it confirms the quality and what you can do after you graduate. Similarly, we have, as similar to the business management undergraduate, we have the international business management, which, as the title says, it gives you a more international outlook on the business management course. It gives you a bit more ability to study abroad visits during your course. But as with the other course, this is a Chartered Management Institute accredited, and or the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants accredited if you take the accountancy course. So this is similar to the previous course, but with a more international outlook. And on the presentation screen, you can see the different streams you are able to study as part of it. A stream, what I'm trying to say about stream is, in your second or third year, let's say you take international business management with finance. In your second and third year, you will choose more modules relating to finance or financial accounting compared to someone who would study supply chain and logistics. Because they will take more modules in the second or third year relating to supply chain and logistics. Another very popular course for us, which is Chartered Institute of Marketing accredited, is our Bachelor's of Science or Bachelor's of Honors in Marketing. Whether it will be a Bachelor of Arts or a Bachelor of Science depends on the my apologies again, depends on the pathway you are taking. So if you're taking data insights or digital marketing, it will be a Bachelor of Science, whereas if you're taking PR and advertising or management, it will be a Bachelor of Arts. But the Bachelor of Marketing is one of our most well-regarded courses. It continuously is in top of the best marketing courses in the UK, and obviously one of the reasons being is that it is accredited by the Chartered Institute, for which you get a diploma after successfully graduating the course. You will also get the chance, of course, to have placements and projects with actual employers throughout your course. One of the last ones I'm mentioning at undergraduate level is the accounting course, which can be either accounting and finance or business accounting and finance. Both of these courses, which specialize on accounting, are accredited, and they do offer the exemptions required from a number of countries to be an actual chartered accountant. So if you, for example, study accounting and finance in Derby and you gain the required ACCA exemptions, you could apply those in, for example, Australia, as you can see. And we work with a very large international accountancy firm to ensure that students get the right placements for them. Of course, the higher the grades you have during your course, the higher the chance of a placement. And as with all courses, there are access to the financial markets lab and also the ability to get the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants diploma at the end of your course. Economics and finance is also one of our top courses. Again, all our courses, either economics or economics and finance, are accredited by the respective bodies like the Chartered Institute for Securities and Investments. And they are all with the ability to actually have an internship or a placement opportunity during your undergraduate year. So again, the really good blend between theory and practice, either practice in a company or practice on our campus during your course. One thing I'd like to mention here is our Center for Contemporary Hospitality and Tourism. We've had a lot of interest for our event management and tourism management courses, both undergraduate and postgraduate courses. And we work with a range of international partners from Switzerland. We have a partner in India as well, which is one of our more popular courses, and we have real life experience on our campus. So if you're looking more like the tourism management side of things, there's definitely something for yourselves here as well. But moving on to our postgraduate division, the most popular course which we have is our Masters of Business Administration. You can study it either in September or a January intake. The only intake which offers the 18-month option of getting a work placement between May and September would be the January intake. However, for the standard 12-month course, that would be September. It is a Chartered Management Institute accredited course, and at the end of the course, you will get CMI status. The course is very heavy, very fast paced at the same time, and you will start it and you will get into the thick of it, so to say. And it's a very demanding course. However, it's a very well respected one, as you can see, and as you've seen from our graduates of where they have worked. With regards to entry requirements, apologies. The entry requirements for our business courses as you would expect. It really depends if you want an undergraduate or postgraduate course. For undergraduate courses. If you're thinking of English, we do accept the English from CBSE, CISE, and the Maharashtra State Board, with a minimum 75%. And as an overall rule, we would expect a minimum 70% in the board, and the minimum usually 70% in mathematics if you are looking for accounting, finance, or economics related courses. For postgraduate students, we would need an IELTS or equivalent test. We accept a range of tests. We even have our own English language test, the Derby English language test, and we would expect someone a minimum of 1.5, 6.5, my apologies, with a minimum of 6 in all areas, or a similar grade from a course. We may consider your mode of instruction as English, depending on the university you've graduated, and if you've gone straight from high school with a good CBSE, CISE, or Maharashtra State Board English language exam, straight to a good university with full English provision, then we may be able to accept that English language. But if you have any more questions regarding entry requirements, regarding anything, please contact myself or Anjali. However, one thing I'd like to mention here, if you're thinking of the MBA, ideally you would have some experience. It's not necessary, but with some work experience would give you a better understanding of the course and the situation. That is all from me right now. I try to keep it short. As I said, 15-20 minutes, and I think I hit 20 minutes. I just want to say thank you everyone for listening to me. And I know my colleague, Deepika, will share any questions that you've had. And I myself or Anjali will try and answer them. So thank you again, everyone.
Thank you so much, Sim, for the wonderful presentation. So moving towards the Q&A session, the first question we got from a student. He wants to ask, what is the deadline of the September 2021 intake?
The deadline is, well, it depends if it's undergraduate or postgraduate. However, we would like to see all applications come in by July. The reason why I'd say July, end of July, is because it takes time to prepare for the visa and getting everything in order to make sure that you arrive on time. We are able, of course, to process later, but there's no guarantee. So ideally July, but we'll take applications even sometimes in September if the student's very ready, has everything in order, and then we'll be able to issue a CAS for a visa quite quickly.
Thank you. So the next question, what are the career opportunities during the course, part-time jobs?
There's many opportunities. Derby is a very large city, as I mentioned. You will, obviously, for anyone coming on a Tier 4 visa, they will be limited to 20 hours of work a week. However, there will be plenty of opportunities. Some students work with us at university. However, most of the jobs will be either in retail or hospitality, which are classified as student jobs. Of course, there are options, but it is sometimes down to luck, in all honesty. However, we do have a very active career service, which helps students prepare for an interview, prepare the CV and everything, and to understand the local market area.
Thank you. The next question, what are common partner companies for careers that university partners with?
Oh, there are a very large number of them. For example, we work with PwC, for example, works closely with our MBA cohort. Rolls-Royce, of course, because it is based in the city of Derby. Bombardier, which is a huge trains company in the city of Derby. Boots, the pharmaceutical company, which is based close to Derby. There's a lot of companies. Lloyds Bank, HSBC, all major employers in the UK we work with, and we invite on campus to give presentations, and we allow students to interact with. Sometimes smaller ones, of course, charities at the same place. There's hundreds, in essence, of local and national and international employers which we work.
Thank you. The next question, what is an average salary in the UK post completing MBA?
Oh, that's a To be honest, it's going to be always down to luck. When you think of average salaries, it really depends on the company and location. I want everyone to understand that once you graduate, you will never have a huge salary. So salaries will increase with actual work experience in the said company. So you can roughly at the beginning, you could imagine starting on something after tax about £1,800, between 1,700 and £1,800, and then they usually go up. However, they really depend on luck and the ability and opportunities. No one can guarantee anything.
Thank you. The next question. Hey, what IELTS score I need for a marketing undergraduate course?
It will be 6 overall with no component under 5.5.
Thank you. The next question. When to start applying for academic year 2022 to 2023?
In October. You can start, I'd suggest starting the application in October this year, 2021. You can, of course, start applying now, but there might be a delay up until the point that the application is processed.
How long is IELTS score valid for?
2 years.
Thank you. The next question. Can you give details about accommodations and what is the deadline for that?
We have accommodation in Derby. There's plenty of it. So I will speak of the university offered accommodation. We offer it on campus and around the city as well. It varies in price depending on the room size and amenities. Obviously, you always have your own room. And sometimes you have your own washroom, but it really depends on the room itself. It costs between £450 a month to £650 a month. That's all bills included, including internet access and everything. Food is not included, so that's a separate expense. There's also options for private accommodation because Derby is quite a big student city. There's plenty of flat shares, house shares with fellow students. Those would be cheaper in price, however, they would not include the bills.
Thank you. The next question. Will I be granted a post study work visa based on student visa or do I need to reapply separately?
The graduate route, so the post-study work visa, what happens is once you graduate, this is applying for new students or those students who started in September 2020, if I'm correct, for the postgraduate degree. You will have to apply for it. That's the UK government policy. The cost of the post-work visa will be roughly about £700. And you will be able to apply for it once you complete the course. So the university will confirm to the UK Visas and Immigration that you've completed the course successfully, and then you will be able to apply for your post-study work visa.
Next question. Does the university have a sports management course?
We do have a sports management course. It's a very popular one, and you can find all the details on the website, or please feel free to email myself or Anjali, and we'll try and get back to you as soon as possible.
So the last question. Hi, are there any scholarships for high IELTS score and what other scholarship opportunities are there?
We have a variety of scholarships available at our university, starting from £5,000 all the way to full 1 year's tuition fees. What really matters is when we're looking at a scholarship is firstly your previous qualifications, how well you did either at in school or at your undergraduate degree, your English language level, and a statement in support of your scholarship application. We always ask students to apply for a scholarship once they received an offer from the university. So we have a good range of scholarships when the academics are the ones which truly matter.
Thank you, Sim. So we don't have any other question lined up. Let's wait for another 2 to 3 minutes if any
Of
student
course.
wants to ask something. And over to you if you want to say anything to the students.
Thank you very
In
much.
yeah.
Anjali, if there's anything I've missed, please feel free to say it now because I can't think of anything.
Hi everyone. No, Sim, I think you've pretty much covered everything. Uh, with regards to September 21, if you are looking out to apply for September 21, now is the right time to apply and start your application process. And should you have any queries or any doubts, you have my and Sim's mail ID. So please feel free to get back to us. You will have to be a little patient with the turnaround time for the offers because of the overwhelming response and the applications coming in from India. Uh, so just keep that in mind that you will have to counter in the amount of time that the offer takes to come along. So the earlier the better. You apply the earlier the better.
Yeah, thank you.
So we have one more question. The student wants to ask, is there any opportunity in subject like biology?
We have a lot of courses. We have biomedical, biological science, human health. That's not the problem. There's plenty. But mainly, most of them would be at undergraduate level. However, yes, there's plenty. Please drop us an email, either myself or Anjali, and we're happy to even put you in touch with a current student or with an academic to discuss more of what exactly you're looking for. But no, there's definitely an opportunity.
Yeah, so we do have human biology, biomedical health, and the student can always progress in from graduate to masters and then get on to research as well. So the career path towards biology, it's always there are plenty of opportunities that you can take up the undergrad course.
Thank you so much for answering all the questions so well, Sim and Anjali. Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
your time. I think
Thank
we
you.
don't have any more questions for today. So, anything you want to say in the end to the students, please move forward.
I just want to say thank you, everyone, for your time and for your questions, and we hope to hear from you soon.
All the best, everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Anjali. Thank you, Sim, for your time. We have, yeah, the one student said that thank you, mate. Appreciate the help.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so
Have a
much
lovely
for
day.
your time. Okay, bye
Bye.
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 Bye.